This is why I don't go into stores. But it's okay because I do have a little bit of a mad money, we call it, where I can just, you know, Chris has some mad money, stuff you want to spend on something that maybe isn't a need, and it's your like allowance and you do what you want with it. But I haven't really been shopping, so I have some mad money, and I went into Hobby Lobby because, you know, I cross stitch. I've been cross stitching more. It's been very good way to get through the winter, which I think some people have really asked to see some of my cross stitching and things I've finished and how I finished them. So I might start to drip that into some of my videos. But I want to show you what I got at Hobby Lobby. I'll show you what I went in for. So this is my current cross stitch project. And I say current, I do have others going, works in progress, whips going, but I'm more of like a monogamous stitcher. I like to get to the end of a project before I really work on another one. And this is the one I've been working on. If you follow me on Instagram, I have actually another Instagram account called Nicole Northgarden Stitches, or is it just Northgarden Stitches? I don't remember. Anyway, you could look it up. I'm sure it'll come up. But I share on there my progress. And this is a vintage kit. I actually got it, I think, at the bins a while back. So I've had it in my stash, hadn't stitched it. Finally getting around to stitching it. But the kit, it calls for 3 threads. Like you're supposed to use 3 threads as you stitch, which I've been doing. But then there's not enough thread, like not enough floss. So, and the colors are not listed because the thing is from the 70s, you know, I'm sure, I don't even know if that company exists anymore. So had to bring it into Hobby Lobby, and I needed to match a certain green. There's several greens on here. So even if it's not quite exact, that's okay because it's going to blend all in. But I needed an olive color and it got really close there. I don't know if you can see, this is the one I was trying to match. So that's what I went into Hobby Lobby for. Oh, let me show you. I'll just show you real quick what the finished pattern will look like. And I already figured out how I'm going to finish it into an object that I can use in my decor. So that's going to be really cute. Maybe I'll share that on here. But anyway, so that's what I went in for. But then that was like $1. And then I wound up spending $13. But it's my mad money, so it's okay. I'm going to show you what I got. It's all clearance, I think, except for one thing. Oh my goodness. Look at this. You know I love coffee. This is a travel mug. I have this one, which I actually really want to stop putting coffee in because I also use it for water. Like right now, I just went to the gym and right now it has water in it, but sometimes if the water sits too long, it starts to taste like coffee, you know? So I'd rather not be having coffee in there. I'll clean it out with baking soda. And this can be my coffee one. Isn't this cute? It was only $3.74, down from $15 originally, but it has cross stitch on it and it says happiness blooms. And I thought that was so sweet. So I really liked that. And then I got this. This I can use for different crafting things, but I'm going to put it in my cross stitch bag. It says great for beadwork, which I'm doing some beadwork in another project. Intricate details and pulling out stitches. So instead of just buying a seam ripper, I thought, well, maybe this will kind of work if I use this in my little scissor, which I purchased today. I needed a new cross stitch scissor because mine is just not sharp enough. And I'm not even sure the one I have is a cross stitch scissor. I don't know, it was just a little scissor that I'd had. So anyway, I got this. This was not on clearance, but it was $4.99. That's not bad. And it looks nice and sharp. So that's another thing. I actually did want to look for that today. That was not an impulse buy. This is my other impulse buy. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Look at this. It's an eyeglass case, I think. Yeah, eyeglass case. That's what I bought it for. Because I recently had to start using readers for certain tasks, including cross-stitching. So, and I don't have a case for them. I got them at Goodwill. They work really well. But I got this so that I can store them and not scratch them. So I thought that was really good. So those are my Hobby Lobby impulse buys and my planned purchase. It happens to all of us, but that's why you should have mad money, because then you don't, if you can afford it, have a little budget you give yourself each month. Doesn't have to be a lot. Mine is not a lot, but then you can just spend it and no, you know, it's like you don't have to justify it to anyone. It's just like, it's your fun money. Now I still feel guilty because that's just how I am, but I'm happy to have it. So anyway, off I go. I have to start my work day. Got out to the gym real early today and to Hobby Lobby to pick up that color so that hopefully I can finish that little bunny cross stitch this evening, like finish stitching it. I'm hoping either tonight or tomorrow, and then finish it like into, you know, like a finished object this weekend. I meant to do it last weekend. I just didn't get the stitching done. And then I ran out of the color. So there you go. I hope you're having a great day. On to the next part of the vlog. Bye. I forgot to say this. The other portion of my Mad Money went to Penny. I got her a new toy. These are called, let's see, Tough Love Toys. And she really tears through toys. So I get her cheap ones from the Dollar Tree and stuff, but she rips them up. So I'm going to see if this like stands up to its claim. It says there's 3 layers of fabric. So we'll see how long it lasts. I'll keep you posted. Let's see if she likes it. I thought she might like those. Does it squeak or anything? Nope. I think it's just a chew. I think it's just for chewing. Oh, she likes it. Cool. That is one of her favorite toys. That was from Molly. Started its life as a strawberry with legs. Now it's just... But she hasn't actually torn through it. It's lasted. And this is her other favorite. This is, Chris calls it her Bumble because it reminds him of the Bumble from, like, what is it, Frosty? I don't know, one of the Christmas kids cartoons, but don't mind my carpet. It needs replacing. But, you know, there's a list. Yeah, she definitely likes it. So I'll let you know if it lasts. Okay, here's what's happening. It's about 5:45. We are a little late getting dinner together mostly because we didn't have a lot of ingredients, but we have breakfast ingredients. So I am going to make a biscuit, egg, and cheese bake. Sausage, biscuit, egg, cheese, sausage, bake. There's Han. How you doing, Han?
I'm good.
She just got back from the gym. And but in order to do that, I need to make the biscuit dough because it calls for a refrigerated biscuit dough, but I don't have refrigerated biscuit dough. I'm just gonna throw some biscuit dough together. So we'll do that together and then I'll show you this easy biscuit, egg, cheese, sausage bake. It's really good. All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm making my biscuit recipe now. I know I have a lot of Southern ladies who watch my channel and I do not claim to be a Southern lady, though I do have North Carolina in my roots. So please don't judge my biscuiting. I'm sure you make them better, but mine's not for biscuits. It's just gonna be a crust, so it doesn't even have to be all that great, right? So anyway, the first ingredient is 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I love biscuits, by the way. Cracker Barrel biscuits, which again, I'm sure don't hold a candle to some of you ladies, you know, but I like to eat them dipped in honey. Whew. That's some good stuff. Okay, 1 tablespoon of sugar. Suppose I should point the camera down so you can see my bowl. That's what I'm gonna do next. Okay, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, and 3/4 teaspoon of table salt. You can use kosher salt, but if you do kosher salt, you use 1.5 teaspoons. Also, I wanted to show you this. This is reproduction, but it's jadeite and I love it. I keep it on the counter. It's terrific. So 3/4 teaspoon. I'm just gonna guesstimate here. Oh, but I'm gonna cut it because I don't have, you're supposed to use unsalted butter. I do not have unsalted butter, so I'm gonna cut down my salt. It's more ideal to use unsalted butter. I forget why, there are reasons, but that's not what I have. So there you go, just gonna put a little bit of salt. I did more like a pinch because I have salt in my butter. 1 stick of butter cut into 1/2-inch cubes. And again, this would be unsalted ideally, and then I would have upped my salt, but I don't have unsalted, so I'm using what I have. I'm gonna cut it into cubes-ish. Our smoke alarm decided it needs its battery changed right in the middle of filming. But anyway, I could do this with a food processor, but I decided to do it by hand with my pastry blender. Everyone has different opinions on what the right way to do butter is, cutting it in, Should you grate it? Should you chop it in the food processor first? You know, my theory is as long as you don't overwork the dough, you're golden. So I'm just gonna cut mine in by hand again because I'm not too worried about it. It's gonna get all smushed down as a crust anyway. I'm not trying to make beautiful flaky biscuits for, you know, to look nice. It's gonna be underneath a lot of things, so not too worried about it. Okay, I have my butter blended in, cut in, and you wanna have some larger chunks in it. So, you know, like cereal piece sized chunks. So now this is where it's gonna get weird for some of you. I'm actually gonna try this with yogurt versus milk because I don't have heavy cream and I only have 2%, which is fine, but everything I've read says you can use yogurt and I have yogurt. So I'm gonna try that and I'll let you know how it goes. Again, we won't have a true test because I'm not just making biscuits. It'll be as a crust, but I'll let you know if it tastes good or not. And you want your yogurt very cold. So I just took it out of the fridge. And it's plain yogurt, obviously. Oh, making a mess, making a mess. I'm splashing myself with yogurt. Lovely. There's one cup. And then 2 tablespoons. It's not very exact. Oops. Okay. And then I want to mix this around until the flour absorbs. And while I don't want to overmix, I also don't want to undermix. So, getting there. Okay. It's kind of sticky. Okay. All right, I want to squish this until it's about a 1/2 inch thick. And it's better not to use a rolling pin, at least that's what I was taught on biscuits. But again, I'm not a Southern lady, so maybe y'all would disagree. All right, and once it's about a 1/2 inch thick, I'm going to fold it. It seems to be sticking a little, so fold it and repeat. All right, now I'm gonna do it again. Make sure we're not sticking too much there. All right. Okay, now this is where I would do it again and then cut them out, but again, I'm not making biscuits, so I'm gonna get my area cleaned and then I will put this into my pan that my breakfast casserole is going into. I have my little baking dish. I am greasing it with butter. Okay, and now I'm gonna put down my biscuit dough into my dish. And I'm just gonna squeeze it, smush it to cover the bottom. Spread it out real good. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I need my sausage crumbles. I could get my food processor out, but I really don't feel like it. So I'm gonna see if I can make these crumble with my thingy here. Oh, this is definitely gonna work. Look at that. I'm gonna have to make a few passes and get this unstuck. Yes, it'll be easier on my food processor, but my food processor, because of my kitchen is not a gourmet kitchen, and all of my appliances get put away every time I use them. And it's just a pain. So, plus, you know, it gives me a little extra workout. I'm burning calories here. Now, I would have used the whole package of sausage, but Maddie ate some, unbeknownst to me. So I'm using what I have. I need a bit of bacon crumbles to supplement. So that's what I'm gonna put in as a supplement. All right, so I've supplemented with my bacon bits because that's just what I have. Gonna mix this up with my sausage crumbles. Oh, that'll be delicious. And then I'm supposed to mix the cheese into this. I'm using up a lot of things. I'm gonna need to go to the grocery store. By the way, we got this at Walmart, I think in January. It has been great. It's lasted us so long, and it was a really good price. So it's 5 pounds of cheese. If you use cheese in recipes, highly recommend. I'm supposed to get about 2 cups in here. I don't know if I have 2 cups left, but we'll use what we have. We're just gonna go all in. Going all in. Just mixing. Using this because this is what's dirty and it's here, so. Chris is eating animal crackers before dinner. If you hear sounds, that's what that is. Not only is he making sound in my video, but he's eating cookies right before dinner. You're cute. It's a good thing. All right. Then I sprinkle this over here, over my biscuit crust. Okay. Now 8 large eggs beaten and a cup of milk. 1 cup of milk. And salt and pepper to, I don't know if it's to taste, it just says salt and pepper. So I'll just put some. And then people can salt and pepper to taste, which is always better anyway. Now we whisk it, fork it. I think that ratio is weird. I'm adding 2 more eggs. I'm going against the recipe here. Maybe my eggs were small. They say large, but I feel like there's not enough coverage on my sausage cheese mixture, so I just want to make sure the ratio is okay. A little splash of extra milk. All right. Okay. Here's our casserole. We have to bake it at 425 for 25 to 30 minutes. My stove light burned out, but here's what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. So now we let it set for 5 minutes. And then we'll cut into it and we'll let you know what we think. I'm going to cut into it and see what we think. Ooh, it looks tasty. Probably could have greased the sides a little better, but that's okay. And there we go. Ooh, hot, steamy, and delicious. Looks yummy. All right, I'll let you know how it tastes. The teenager likes it. She's in the middle of doing her hair.
See, from this side, I can't, if you don't look at this.
Right, it looks great. I can't believe you can braid your own hair. That's nutty. But she likes it. She's our pickiest eater. Good. Yeah. There's not really a lot to not like about it. Yeah. So, all right. He's tasted it.
It's delicious.
He likes it. He approves.
I hope this isn't too hot.
Chris approved. The only thing is that it's super hot. Mm-hmm. So, don't burn your mouth like he just did.
Mm-hmm. But it's very good.
Yeah. It's tasty. I like it. It's really hot. But you can see, like, the eggs kind of got under the biscuits, which is interesting. But it tastes delicious. The biscuits are good. For a northern gal, they're good. So anyway, I recommend this. I will post a link to the recipe in the description box. It's from a blog called liluna.com, but it's also on allrecipes.com, I think. So anyway, I'll post the links. What did you say?
I'm trying to draw logos from memory.
Logos for what?
Of organizations and brands. Give me a logo.
Oh, the first thing that came to mind was Nike. From memory?
Nike?
I don't know.
That's the easiest one. Think of like fast food chains. Or
McDonald's. Wendy's.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Okay, so stand by.
All right. Evan's here visiting us from Canada. Say something Canadian.
Timbits are good, and we would like to ride our polar bears in the winter as transportation.
They came over and we played Yahtzee and had pizza.
Burnt
And
pizza.
and they burned the pizza. It's okay. We all ate it anyway. Show us your.
This is my Wendy's logo from memory.
Whoa, wait. It's not full. There we go. Okay, that's
So-
the Wendy's logo.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I was like pretty close, but like, oh, I forgot some key details. Logo.
Show it to us. Yes. Ah, yeah. You know, you're not far off though.
No. Okay, the thing that I did remember though is that her collar,
Color is spiky.
it looks like the word mom.
Oh, weird. Okay, to be fair, I could have told you that it was like if you said, what does the Wendy's logo look like? I would have said it's a red-haired girl.
Yeah, that's what I did.
With pigtails, but that would have been it. I wouldn't have done anything. So that's pretty good.
Pretty
I
good.
think you get a B+.
B+.
What do you think, Devin?
I think that's generous.
Right?